In this series, we will look at a few Excel tips and tricks that can be incorporated in your daily work to increase productivity. In today's video, we will be looking at the concat function that is supported by Excel. Concat or concatenation refers to joining of two strings. By string, I mean two texts. So for today's example, I've set up a simple first name, last name example to show you how quick we can use concat functionality to join two texts. So in this case, I have a first name column and then the last name column, and I have added two other columns which I'll use to write a function and then automatically generate the text. So in certain form applications, you might notice that it requires you to write in both first name and last name and then full name together. And sometimes you want to generate a default email address, which will probably be the first name or followed by your address, the domain name. So in that case, we can use the concat functionality. So Excel has a function bar on top of the column headers. You can type in any function by starting with is equal to operator and then type the name of the function. So I typed in concat. Excel also brings up a help text below, which you can double click to select. It also shows you concat's list of range or text strings as a help text. So now if you notice, the format expected for this function is text1, text2, and so on. So now for the full name, I wanted concat first name and last name. One more thing before I show you how to do that, Excel has a really good way of assigning unique IDs for each row. So for example, John has a unique ID A2, which means the column in the row. So that's how you identify data in Excel. So if I want to concat John with Doe, I select this and then Excel automatically puts in the ID for that row. I'll put in comma next, then select B2, which is Doe. So now we have both the fields selected. I put in closing brackets and then hit enter. So now if you notice, I have the full name set up here that was auto-populated by the function I used, but I do see that there's a space missing. So let me go back to my function. So in concat, you can enter manual text between double quotes. So what I will do is put a space between double quotes, put another comma, then hit enter. So now this is what the expected result was. So with Excel, you don't have to go back and type the formula every time, but just type it in once and then drag and leave your mouse cursor to all the fields that you want the formula to be applied. So I'll apply the formula till 10th row. So now if you notice, it saw the text in the rows 3, 4, and 5, and it automatically generated the full names for them. So now if you type in another name, it automatically generates the full name. So this is really helpful when you have hundreds of data that you collect every day. You apply the formula once and have it available for thousands of rows. So every time you come in, you're just typing in the first name and last name, and you have the full name automatically generated. Next, we'll look at the email address. I'll do the same. Type in concat. So like I said, for email address, today I'll just go with a simple first name followed by the domain name. So I'll select John, then type in my domain name. Just as an example, my domain would be @company.com. Now hit enter. So you see that the text is automatically populated here. So you can click and drag and apply that formula for the remaining rows. You can also drag that to the other rows, but if you notice, since the first name field is blank for these, it just puts in the hard-coded text that we have put. So that's all I had for Concat. Thank you.
Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe our channel.